Solana ETF is going to be approved in 2025. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why this will allow the price of Solana to go beyond $800 per sol. So think about all these elements. Number one, when you go to Poly Market platform, which is a decentralized prediction marketplace, the place that really show how Donald Trump was going to win, even in key states that the polls were contradicting, the same place that has shown how any other things are happening and most people don't believe at the beginning, is because it allows anyone to buy or sell fractions or tokens to really see if something is going to happen or not. Right now, the chance of a Solana ETF approval in 2025 is 86%. And it has grown tremendously since December 35, which was 45%, which only by buying that you could have doubled your money if you know what is going on. The key thing about this video is that I'm going to show you and be mindful about what are the three key elements that make Solana a great play. I have said during my predictions video that Solana is going to reach $800. And it's very important for you to know what is the price. Since I did that prediction video, it was under $185. Now it's $206, but remember, it always goes up and down. So why Solana as a token will surpass the previous all-time high of $259 and can even go beyond the $800 number? Well, let's check the numbers. Let's go to something called DeFi Lama. This is the best way to know if a decentralized financial application using blockchain technology is being used or not. That's the reason in other of my videos you can see how I review other blockchain protocols. I want you to focus on the colors here. Back in 2021, Ethereum had a 95% of total value locked. Total value is the amount of money that is being used within a specific blockchain for decentralized financial applications. And this is very important to see the progress. In that time, Solana was 0%. Let's go back to 2022. It went to 4%. And now, in 2025, it's going to 7.36%. What is the trend? Is very clear. Solana is gonna increase, and as you can see here, still Ethereum, for example, is $68.12 billion in total value, but then Solana is $9.1 billion. And then you ask the question, why? Well, let's click here and let's see what is going on with Solana. Number one, if you see right now, Ethereum, it has more than 1,000 protocols that is using blockchain technology on Ethereum, while Solana is 189 protocols. When you click here, you can see what type of protocols and what is happening in the market. And this is very important because it will show you two trends. When it increases the value locked, it increases the price. So why are people really looking into Solana? Well, let's just check the numbers. As you can see here, for example, Jito is a platform for staking, meaning that you can buy Solana, put in there, and get additional Solana. It has more than $3 billion. But then in 2024, you saw the raising of other platforms such as Pump Fund, Jupiter, and Radium. And this has allowed things to happen. Specifically, Radium is fighting against Uniswap. And why is that? Because it's easier, it's faster. And then you can see all the other protocols and what are they doing. This is very important because there is a trend of people using Solana. I actually wrote a paper that is gonna publish, and I think it's in preprint right now that you can consult because I'm a PhD researcher and MIT innovator, where I demonstrated that platforms such as Pump Fund, that you can say, okay, Francisco, but it's just memes. Well, the key thing about the memes is that imagine this technology. This technology, what is allowing is that more than 50,000 check this, 50,000 memes or tokens are launched every day. And what is the advantage of that? Well, imagine 50,000 tokens, more than 263,000 addresses, and more than $12 billion have been managed using Solana blockchain. And then you have to ask, okay, Francisco, but what is the price per transaction? Well, if you go to any one of the successful meme coins, you can see two elements, and I recommend you to check here. You can go to trades and you will see each one of the trades that have happened. Click here and this will take us to the Sol scan, which where we analyze the transactions. In other my videos, I just show it how groups of and organizations, they just want to trick people. But I just want to show you how, for example, this transaction cost. This transaction, he was doing a transaction of, that represented almost what right now, $4 million right now. It's incredible. When you click here in that time, the day of the transfer was 2000. Okay, of course, that grew like crazy. But the day of the transaction, that $2,000, it cost them $3.36. Okay. And then this is one of the transfer fees. So meaning that less than 0.1% of the total transaction. And the speed, you can see the speed of the transactions just going in seconds. And that's why people are preferring to use Solana blockchain, is how fast it is. So Solana is being proven as the platform that is one of the fastest, that it can handle thousands of transactions per day, and that is very cheap. And you can verify yourself. That's the good thing about Solana, because a lot of people just want to talk about elements. Well, go to SolScan and see the average fee. Now the average fee is 0.01 Sol. And I've seen transactions that when you're creating a new meme, it just costs 1 cent, 2 cents. And that's the incredible thing. So one of the big advantages of Solana is that it's very fast and it's very cheap. And now the technology that supports Solana make it one of the best platforms to launch protocols. So why does Solana will have an ETF? Remember, Bitcoin have the ETF and it passed from 30,000 to more than $100,000. Then Ethereum had the ETF, and we still haven't seen the price of that ETF. But then Solana having the ETF will allow things specifically to happen that are not happening elsewhere. This is very important because that's the opportunity for you. Companies such as Grayscale have applied for ETFs. And let me show you this one. So, for example, you can see the issuer, you can see the company here, and you can see the asset. Okay, so Van Eck, Canary Solana, Bitwise, and Grayscale, they're doing Solana ETFs. Okay, and this is very important because once the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, approves, which remember, this is not financial advice, this is analysis based on data, and that's what I like to do in this channel. So if you want more analysis based on data, well, come here. If you don't like coins, stocks, just write in the comments the reasons. Because in this channel, I'm not going to tell you that they're going to 100x your money. I'm going to go through the data, analyze the numbers, and see if it makes sense or not. And this is very important for your investment. Now, a very important piece of data when you're analyzing protocols and seeing, okay, does this make sense or not? You have to see if developers, software developers, are using that technology or not. This one, I will recommend you to check the Electric Capital Developer Report. Electric Capital is a venture capital fund that has been specialized in Web3 and crypto investments. What I like that they do is that they go and analyze what are software developers doing and on which platforms are they developing applications. So let's go. Number one is Ethereum. That's the reason, and you saw in the number of protocols is almost 10 times more protocols using Ethereum. Now, you know the problems of Ethereum compared with Solana or layer 2 of Ethereum is the price. Ethereum is still very expensive and slow compared even to layer 2s of the same Ethereum. But even though people and developers prefer it. But that's the reason now the same developers that develop for Ethereum, they will go to layer 2s such as Base, for example. And that's the reason Ethereum should be in your radar as well. But now check the number 2 platforms in Asia, Europe, North America, Africa, and South America. It's Solana. Now think about this. If Solana is preferred by developers, that means that people know how to create applications. Then, if the markets start to understand the importance of the ETFs, and then everyone, even the people that hate Solana, agree that Solana is extremely fast and extremely cheap, imagine what an ETF could put into the equation. And that's the reason we go back to these elements. Let me show you this, the ecosystem. So you can see all the elements that are published by Electric Capital in their developer report. So that's what I want you to analyze when you're going through things. Check the data. So the data is very clear. There is a trend on more apps, trend of cheaper fees. I've been in blockchain technology for many years. And I remember when we launched an Ethereum based blockchain remittances application, it was very expensive to do transaction on Ethereum. So now when I develop things on Solana, it's extremely cheap. Sometimes it's 1 cent. It could go up to 10 cents, but that's a lot. Most of the time it's very cheap. So in that element, Solana becomes, as the developers are showing, what are the key things. If you can see in the what other platforms developers are using, the third one will be Polygon, which is Ethereum based, and then you have Base, which is Ethereum based, and Polkadot, which was one of the creators of Ethereum. Only in Africa, the number third platform is ICP, which I did a video on ICP. So this is very important because this will literally show you why Solana is going to become a major crypto around the world, especially once the ETF is approved. Now, how soon will the ETF be approved? We don't know, but the markets are already pricing the ETF approval, and our analysis show that by Q2 of 2024 or 2025, the ETF will be approved. So let me know in your comments below, what do you think about Solana? Have you invested and what is your strategy? Remember, watch the predictions video, which I did a whole analysis on other things. Thank you very much.